Hello! Welcome to another edition with Mrs. Moist. This time I am going to be reviewing normal juice, just juice. We will be using my Alien with the Cleto 120 on top for this particular review, because all of my other ones, the batteries are dead and they're on charge, which is typical. We're going to be reviewing, I'm going to be reviewing two of the juices in the Chubby Juice range, which are my personal favourite out of the range that I get along best with. I know there are different variations of Chubby Juice out there. There are different brands that have the Chubby sort of name in it, but this brand in particular looks like this. Don't know if that'll focus in. No, it won't. I will add pictures into the video so you know what you're looking for. We will start with this one, the dark one. Now I'm just going to read you the flavour profile that comes from that. The dark one, a delightful blend of blackcurrant and black grape, packed with an intense menthol. Now, as I said, I'm using the Smock Alien with the Cleto 120 on top. I have that set to 100 watts in normal mode, so I'm just going to give it a blast. The cloud over there, it's still going. The cloud production is amazing. Now, this juice in particular, it's my favourite out of the pair. I tend to use the other one as a palate cleanser. For me, I don't know what I'm picking up. It's one of those flavours that you don't know why you like it, but you do. It's one that I shouldn't like because I tend not to like grape flavours. Grape flavours tend for me to come across a bit perfumey, a bit too try hard. But this nails it. On the intake you get, it's almost a Parma Violet-y. Now, a lot of people reported tasting like Parma Violet-y, like Parma Violets, but I don't really get that. I can see where people are getting that idea from. I can sort of taste where that idea comes from, but it's not what I get. So you get those two fruit flavours on the intake, and it's on the exhale that you get the kick of menthol, which I love because it's really hard to find actual menthol in juices now, because people have opted for the Coolada option. Whereas me, sometimes I don't want it to be just cold, I want it to be menthol. But it's not too mentholy, it's not going to make your eyes water, it doesn't make your nose cold or anything like that. It's just really nice. It's really smooth, and like I say, it packs a lot of flavour, so star rating 5 stars for me. Now, unfortunately, I have 4 bottles of this in the house, all 4 are empty, so I can't actually give you a sight review of it because it is empty. I have vaped the absolute tail out of it. This one is Dirty Diesel. Now, it was made as an alternative to the other one, Red Diesel, which I equally love. I just like this one because it has a more intense flavour to it. I'll just get you the flavour profile for this one. Put my specs on so I can see. Dirty Diesel is an alternative to Red Diesel, aniseed, blackberry and the famous Astaya based flavour. Now, the aniseed in this, oh, it's lush, it's girt lush. I am a massive fan of aniseed. I can't get enough aniseed. There can never be too an intense aniseed for me. And this it's right up there. It's really full of aniseed. You get it's aniseed on the way in, and for me it's like almost mentholy and astary on the way out, but there's no menthol in it. It is, mentioned earlier, what I use as a palate cleanser. I can get vapors done quite a lot because I am stubborn and I will find a flavour that I like, vape the absolute backside out of it and then be like, oh, I can't taste it anymore. Whereas these, I don't have that much of a problem with. I get it a little bit with this because I do use a lot of it. So then I just, once that starts being the case, just fill the tank with this. And it just cleanses out the mouth, it cleanses out the palate, and then you're open and susceptible again to the flavours that you were drawn to in the other one in the first place. Now, At the minute I'm using my suborm tank, like I say, because everything else is dead, which is typical. But I do also use this range in my Jack Skeleton Squonk by Suicide Mods and my Pulse BF kit. Both have Pulse 24 RDAs on top, and they perform just as well in those. So, you know, that they really are a fantastic all-round juice. Some people might not agree with that, some people might not get as an intense flavour as I do, but I personally, I am super fussy. I am super hard to please. And Chubby Juice is the only range for me that I can stick to at all times, and I know I'm not going to get fed up. It's not going to lose its cloud production. It's not going to lose its flavour. It's not going to be too intense. Sometimes they're a bit sickly sweet. Like for me, desserts, can't do them. Love the smell of them. Love the sound of them. Once I start vaping them, cannot abide them. People that have on the Facebook group Northeast Vapors will know this. I discuss it at length anytime I open my mouth. But obviously dessert flavours are massively popular. I know Chubby Juice's range, it's extensive. They have a lot of flavours. If you can't find something within that range that you like or that you can get along with, what do you even vape? They do some dessert flavours, they do some fizzy soda flavours, they do a lot of fruit flavours, they do a lot of combo flavours. For me, it's just cracking. It's something that I will always return to. Don't get me wrong, it's not the only juice I vape. Like I said, I've got juice all over my house. I use lots of different brands. Some of them I wouldn't even know what brand they are, because you like the look of the bottle or you like the smell of the flavour, and you just pick it up and you maybe like it for a couple of days, and then you have to go back to what you know you love. And that for me, that's what I found in Chubby Juice. Hopefully I will pick up one or two other flavours in the coming weeks, and I can maybe, you know, get the flavour profiles for you and maybe review them as well. But I don't know, I'm not done with these yet. I've been on them now for about 2 months, keep going back to them. The other half, he just got their new, I'm sure it's a new one, Raspberry Slush. He's powered through a bottle of that in a couple of days. Absolutely loves it. I did have 1 or 2 puffs of it off him. Did not like it, but slushy flavours aren't really something that I tend to get away with. The only slush flavour that I've ever found that I really loved was ABB Smurf's Blood. And again, that was something out of my comfort zone that I wouldn't normally vape. But yeah. As you can see, the cloud production is great. I'm not in it for the cloud chasing. I do it to keep off the fags, to keep smelling sweet, because dear Christ, what did we all smell like before we vaped? It doesn't bear thinking about. But anyway, I will drop the links to Exceptional Vapes, which is where you can find the Chubby Juice range, also Digital Vapors. I'm not going to say the price here because it's done at wholesale a lot of the time. They are supplied to many different vendors, and all vendors charge differently because everybody has their different overheads, their different margins rates. So I'm not going to say what Digital Vapors charge for it and what Exceptional Vapes charge for it and all the rest of it, because I don't want people like, oh well, I can get it for this and I can get it for that. Bottom line is, it is an exceptionally valued juice no matter what you're paying for it, because they're pretty close with, no matter where you go, it's within £1 or £2, it's not massive, the difference. But for the price, meant to say it's 20 PG, 80 VG mix, so it's 80-20. I personally have it at 3 milligrams. I couldn't cope with anything higher than that, I'd be coughing up a lung. But yeah, so 5 stars, all links that will be required will be provided in the bottom. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, a subscription, and maybe check out my last video. I know it's not vape related, but it's mental health awareness. It's something that's personal to me, and if that video helps just one person to know that you're not alone, buddy, then cool. Anyway, thanks, and hopefully see you all again later in the week. Bye bye.